Hello everyone, my name is Greg Mathelier. I am a student at Columbia University, a neuroscience major. Following the pre-med track, I am studying to be a doctor. I'm very passionate about my field. I love neuroscience, and I was exactly where you were 3 to 4 years ago, and I know how it feels applying to school and having all these questions. I wish somebody was there to help me out, and in fact someone was, and I want to do the same for you, which is why I'm here. So, today we are going to talk about defining a reach, match, and safety school. Now before we even get into that, just as a way to gauge what you guys know and what you might not know, I would like you to each write down your one example of a reach, match, and safety school that you're thinking of applying to. Let's do that real quick. Okay, everybody have something down? Alright, Samir, what is your reach school?
MIT.
MIT? And what is your match school?
NYU.
And your safety school? NCC, okay, good. Soraya, why don't you just quickly tell me your reach, match, and safety schools in that order?
Columbia, University of Rochester, and Adelphi.
Okay, and Mahalia?
Harvard, Stony Brook, and SUNY Cortland.
Okay. First of all, great job, guys. Everything that you said seems to totally match up with the definition of a reach, match, and safety school. So I'm not going to take too much time to go over that. Basically what it is reach schools are schools like MIT and Columbia and Harvard, wherein even though you might, first of all, their averages for test scores and for GPAs is very, very high. And even if you meet those averages and exceed them, there is still a very good chance that you might not get into that school. Now, unfortunately, I can't tell you why that is, and those schools, they won't tell you why that is either. It's just one of the mysteries surrounding college applications. Match schools. For you, Samir, I believe that was, what was your match school again?
NYU.
NYU, and for you, Soraya, that was University of Rochester? And Mahalia, for you, that was Stony Brook. Now, those are all very good options because the schools that you, in order to be considered a match school, your test grades, your test scores, your GPA has to match what that school is asking for. Perfect example, let's say that the average GPA of kids admitted into NYU last year was a 90. Samir, I assume that you have about a 90 average in school, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and assuming that for the SATs the average was 1600, let's say you have a 1600 on your SATs, that would be a match school for you because you match the average that they expect in those areas. Now, for safety schools such as NCC or SUNY Cortland or Adelphi, those are schools wherein your grades far surpass what they're asking for. For example, Adelphi wants a 75 for the average student, you have a 90. You far exceed what they expect, and so there's a very strong chance you will get into that school. That would classify as a safety school for you, Soraya. Now, today I'm hoping to talk to you guys about your individual academic performance and your SAT and ACT test scores, how that will integrate into what you determine to be a match, safety, or reach school. But what a lot of kids don't know and what's harder to gauge is things like extracurricular activities. Because unfortunately, those schools that you're applying to do not tell you what the average extracurricular activities are, because that's something that's really hard to describe to students. So I'm going to go over how that might be a factor when you're applying to your schools and classifying what's a reach or a safety. Other things will be maybe how your interview went, whether you are a state, whether you reside in the same state as the school you're applying to. All these very little things, maybe if you have a parent that went to that school. All these things are things that we're going to go over today to help you get a better idea of what a reach, match, and safety school is. And by the time you guys leave here, I promise you, you will not only have an idea of what your reach, safety, and match schools are, but you will know exactly how to approach applying for those schools. All right? Let's get started.